they might have. They're not really an entertainment form, although certainly I also do events where people will have that as an entertainment, but they're generally like your 5-minute readings or something like that. A private one-on-one reading is going to give you intimate information, and so that's where it's best to have that with yourself, or perhaps a couple comes together, but not something you have as a party. And it's really helping to clarify the areas in their life that they're not sure about, and to get confirmation perhaps, or some clarity about where to go from here. Sometimes I can also see for them things like what kind of work they'd actually really enjoy and be good at, as against what they might be doing. There might be issues that they're not telling me about that I'll bring up and talk about, and give them a different perspective and insight into how they might look at that. In ways they might never have thought of before.
Yeah, terrific. And you've brought some equipment along today that you would normally use?
Absolutely. I was actually looking at both of your dates of birth before, and I found that you are the fire tiger. And Queen Elizabeth, actually, she's visiting it soon, isn't she? She's actually a fire tiger.
A fire tiger?
Absolutely. So it's a Chinese year of fire tiger. You have 5 elements, and then you've got the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac. And so the year of the fire tiger I liken to Tigger. He's bouncing around, he's pretty excited. He tends to be able to do things that other people can't, like get up the top of a tree. Perhaps he doesn't always know how to get down, but at least he's learning something along the way. Whereas the other animals would, particularly Eeyore, I mean, come on now.
Chronically depressed, yeah.
Yeah, chronic depression, maybe chronic fatigue, something's chronic anyway. But Tigger's going to get up to the top of the tree. And so with the tiger there is this exuberance and the ability to leap for what they believe in. The tiger doesn't usually allow you to see him unless he wants you to see him. But when he does want you to see him, usually he's already pounced on top of you.
Cool. So what makes us, we're both fire tigers?
Yes.
What makes us fire tigers?
It's the year you were born.
Cool.
So it's a combination of the element and then the year. Every 2 years there's an element change, and there's a cycle of those 5 elements, and then you've got the 12 animals. So once every 60 years the same element and animal visits us. And so when someone comes to their 60th year, it's said that everything comes full circle in their life, about the past, the present, the future, and about why they're here, what they're doing, all of that. So the real wisdom is said to come in at that point. I'm kind of waiting for that one, I guess. But with your day of birth, Ashley, there's this kind of energy in there that speaks about, I will not give up. I am going to get this done no matter what, when you've decided that that's what you're doing, of course. And you also don't let go of things easily. There's an endurance there, but sometimes can be a bit stubborn. So it can be a great benefit, but it can also be at times a bit of a detractor, because sometimes you need to let go of things and it's like, no, I'm still going to make this work no matter what.
Yeah.
With your energy as well, the way that your life path adds up, there's this incredible intensity around things being fair, balanced and just. And so you'll stand up for people who you feel are being, wrongly done by. And there's the ability to put on a very good argument, by the way, when you're doing that. But there's also this manliness but sensitivity at the same time. So, if someone's going to take you on, they'd better know their homework, because they could get this side of you or that side of you or some other side of you that no one ever's ever seen before. Because it's not a manipulation, it's just simply that I could go this angle, or I could go that angle, or I could go here or there. And so you're not going to always be predictable in how you're going to approach a problem or a person or an event. There's always this ability to strategise around it. And
cool.
Saturn's in your sun sign until October next year, which is a time where a lot of responsibility comes up, and you have to really confront things, deal with them, not let them go. And so the great opportunity comes up to take up extra responsibility in work or in taking leadership in some way, but it certainly isn't born easily necessarily, but it does put you in good stead for the future, certainly with the way you've been approaching it. It will hold you in good stead. I was looking at your palms briefly before, and there is a very headstrong sort of element there.
Headstrong, stubborn?
Yes, which is stubborn gets things done. If someone's not stubborn enough, they're just going to go, oh, well, that's too hard, I'll give up. That's not in your nature, you'll keep going. There's a generosity of spirit there, generosity of heart, the ability to also call for what you need. from the situation, so you can negotiate for what you need. And with you, Hannah, you've got that lovely 3 day of birth, and that's the Empress card in the tarot. And so this is that ability to communicate and to be very loving, and to have to at times choose who to let in and who to keep out. But always it's about being able to filter experience. And with that energy there, it'll be very easy for you to get work, but staying interested would be difficult. And there's a need as well to get away from the noise. So you'll be very good at listening to people, but sometimes you've got to get away from it all and pull some of those experiences back out. And so you would gain your best clarity and nurturing through nature, through going out for walks in parks, through watching animals, wildlife, children play, things like that. And you'll find that if you ever go to people to talk to them about your issues, that very quickly it turns into a story about their issues. So this is why walking in nature is much more friendly, because it gives without asking for anything back. And for you, meditating with a tree is very helpful, because the tree does the work for you. And once again, it doesn't yabba 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 yabba. It simply gives. And the tree links you to Mother Earth, so there's the ability to ground yourself in that space. And with your life path number, there's this incredible intensity in having this big heart for people, but sometimes being very disappointed when your same standards are not lived up to by them. And sometimes, particularly at this age, you'll have trouble understanding that. I think the thing for you to do when you know you've got a particular person who always arrives to the party 3 hours late is change the time on their invitation. Make sure that you've planned it so that they can help you peel the carrots. Okay. Give them that job.
That is amazing. She's not reading off anything. That's all just coming. That's organic. I'm lost for words.
I'm very organic.
Wow.
Jacqueline, I can see why she's voted the best by her peers. Jacqueline Close-Moore, thank you very much. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for.
Welcome.
I'm going to go and make the most of my opportunities now after that lot. And thank you for joining us as well on another edition of Melbourne 22. Join us again next week.
Thank you. Yes, we'll be here. See you then.
See you then. Bye.